Hey, it's John Siskovich. I'm out on a bright sunny day to talk about what I can and cannot bush hog with my bush hog on the back of my tractor. So the back part of my property, the back many whatever acres, is split up into an east pasture, a west pasture, and then in the middle I have what I've called the wild strip, which is a really large hedgerow. And in that hedgerow in the northeast, it really wants to keep returning back to forest. And if the whole thing returns back to forest and grows full-size trees, I'll lose the flowers that are there, all the natural wildflowers, some of the smaller trees and shrubs that harbor wild fruits and nuts and whatever. I don't know a lot of nuts, but a lot, other plants. I lose some of my biodiversity by letting the whole thing go to forest. So what I do is mimic a large grazing herd with my bush hog, and I go through and I mow some stuff down, trample some stuff, break some stuff, and maintain some of that biodiversity over time so that I keep the natural pollinators here. I have some beehives now. I want to keep them here and active, and I'm supporting that biodiversity with a little bit of land management. So there's a mix of plants here on this wild strip in this hedgerow where some of the trees are really big, some of them are really small. The bigger trees, you just can't hit with the bush hog. When you're going through, I'm taking wide circles around these, and to get underneath some of the branches, you back up with the bush hog instead of driving right up with the front of the tractor. That bush hog sticks out the back, so what I'll do is back into it and I can mow underneath it and get all the multiflora rows and other stuff knocked down and keep the tree accessible. This creates habitat for deer so that the deer are here, and instead of in my crops, creates habitat for birds. If I put livestock in here, it's shade and protection for them. So it's good to have. I like the diversity. Then there's the smaller stuff, or like the medium, low medium to small stuff. That's 1/8 of an inch to maybe 1/2 an inch thick, grows up as a little scrubby brush. This is also good bird habitat. Some of these have wildflowers or berries on them. Really great, but what happens is over time, these will get too big and unruly, and then you won't be able to get back in here at all, or this will choke out a lot of the natural wildflowers and stuff that grow here, and it will make it so my pollinators, my beehives, and the natural pollinators don't have as much stuff to chew on or make honey or whatever it is that pollinators do, like pollinate things. So here's an area where I cut down some scrub, some of that 1/2 inch stuff that you just saw in the last clip. And what I do when I'm going through something like this is that if I'm in a flat area with grass and it's a little bit easier, I will go a little bit faster on the tractor because I don't want to waste my time just going really, really slow. But if it's really tall grass, or if it's something major like this, I'll gear down so that the tractor is moving slower, but the bush hog is still at the same RPM. So my RPMs are the same, 5,400 RPMs, which is what drives the PTO in the back. And then I'll go into a lower gear so the tractor is moving slower so it has time to chew through all this. Again, it comes down to using your eyes and your ears. If your tractor sounds like it's laboring really hard and it's bogged down, you might be doing something wrong, so adjust what you're doing. If your tractor is just cruising along and fine, then you're fine. But use your eyes, ears, and observational powers to make sure you're doing the right thing so as not to overtax your equipment, and make sure that it lasts you a long time. If you have any questions about this, leave them in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel because I will be doing more videos on how to drive a John Deere tractor, how I operate my machinery that I have here on farm. Maybe I'll go to a couple other farms and get their equipment as well. But my bag is like 2-minute videos, so not like 30-minute comprehensive videos. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, leave it in the comments. Thanks for stopping by. Something's biting me. I gotta go.